Welcome back to the most viewer interactive universe mode in WWE Games history. This is of course 101 at Ringside, and what a fantastic episode of Smackdown we have got for you guys tonight. On the screen now you can see tonight's main event. We have got for the first time in many years the Hollywood Blondes reunited. Brian Pillman, Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on the NWO pair of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. But kicking off tonight's show, which is going to be fast and furious, we have got a 6-man over the top rope battle royal, and the winner of this match is going to be going to Survivor Series to get an Intercontinental Championship match against the current champion Justin Gabriel. So as you can see in this match, we have got Kofi Kingston, we have got Damien Sandow, we have got Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Daniel Bryan and Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel of course returning to SmackDown last week after a recent layoff. So Curtis Axel back from his injury and looking to become the #1 contender to the IC title. We've also got Dolph Ziggler and The Miz involved here. Of course we know the history between these two men. Former tag team champions here on SmackDown. Then had that bit of rivalry which culminated with Dolph Ziggler defeating The Miz in that epic Falls Count Anywhere match. And as we can see, I said it was going to be fast and furious. That is exactly what we are seeing. In a matter of seconds, 4 men have been eliminated, and already we are down to the final 2. You can see all 4 men, Daniel Bryan, Damien Sandow, Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler, all heading up the rampway now. None of those 4 men are going to be going to Survivor Series. We are down to the final 2. The Miz or Curtis Axel, one of these 2 men will face Justin Gabriel in just a few days at the upcoming Survivor Series. What a great show that is shaping up to be. But who is going to be facing Gabriel, we'll be finding out in moments. Miz going for a Russian leg sweep. Nice move by The Miz. Picking Curtis Axel back to his feet. Oh, Axel could be in trouble. Oh no, nice move by Axel. Oh, that big clothesline. Oh, nice big drop kick. Possibly one of the best drop kicks we've ever seen in WWE history. Going for that back move, not to be. The Miz counter again. Misses the blow but connects for a second time. But again, Curtis Axel, the bigger, the stronger man. Oh, and just like that, this one's over. Curtis Axel has eliminated The Miz. Curtis Axel is going to Survivor Series. He is going to be facing Justin Gabriel for the Intercontinental Championship in just a few days. But still to come tonight, we've got that huge main event. We have got more DX NWO. But coming up next, we've got Shane McMahon, who is of course the GM here on SmackDown. He is going to be facing Bradshaw. Now, if any of you missed the last edition of Monday Night Raw's War, we saw Vince McMahon hire Bradshaw and Farouk, the APA, kind of as Vince McMahon's new henchman. Of course, we know there's some history there between the APA and Vince McMahon going back to the Attitude Era. We don't quite know the details on this new relationship just yet, but currently it just kind of seems they're going to be hired guns for Vince McMahon, especially in this Vince-Shane feud again, which is going to be culminating at Survivor Series in just a few days. Because if you guys have forgotten, it is going to be father versus son, Shane versus Vince, the GM of Raw versus the GM of SmackDown, and the winner of that match is not only going to have the bragging rights over their father or their son, but they are going to have complete control over both Raw and SmackDown, because the winner of that match is going to beat the owner of Raw and SmackDown, and the loser of that match is going to be gone from this universe mode. So early on, Shane McMahon with that big DDT. What a DDT by Shane McMahon. And if you missed the graphic at the start, this match is of course Extreme Rules, so there is no disqualifications. This is probably going to be straight up Shane McMahon's alley. Keeping in mind Shane McMahon is not an official athlete, an official wrestler on this universe mode, but because of the power that Vince McMahon has over the entire WWE universe, Vince McMahon making this match Shane Bradshaw, Extreme Rules. What a great match this has been so far. And of course, with Vince making this match, he is trying to soften up Shane before Sunday, because as I just mentioned, it is going to be Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon, winner take all. Currently though, Shane McMahon giving all he can give, and despite being the underdog, Shane McMahon, thanks to that trash can, finding himself with the advantage over Bradshaw. Shane going up top, can he hit it? Oh yes he can, coast to coast by Shane McMahon onto Bradshaw. Bradshaw, one half of the APA, and Vince McMahon's new henchman is in a world of trouble now. Shane McMahon going to be looking for a brainbuster, possibly. No, Bradshaw the counter. Oh no, Shane McMahon set for the ride onto that trash can. A huge jackknife powerbomb, slamming Shane McMahon through that trash can. But as we can see, Bradshaw not going for the cover. Instead, it is clear Bradshaw does not want to just win this match. He wants to maim Shane McMahon. Of course, for Vince McMahon, you can see we've got a table in the ring, we've got a ladder in the ring, we've got a steel chair in the ring. Oh, and that steel chair did not pay off with Bradshaw that time. Shane McMahon from behind, sending Bradshaw skull first into that steel chair in the corner. And now Shane McMahon with that ladder. As I said before, Shane McMahon definitely the underdog, but you can never count out Shane McMahon. We have seen over the years Shane pick up some huge win over WWE superstars. Are we going to see that trend follow tonight against Bradshaw? Well, maybe I spoke too soon, because Bradshaw, that big clothesline and that big neck breaker, the big Texan, the big 300-pounder, taking Shane McMahon down again, putting Shane back into the corner, and things are about to get even worse with Shane McMahon hung up in the tree of woe, and now Bradshaw choking the crap out of Shane McMahon. This is not good for the current GM of SmackDown. Remember, Shane McMahon is going to be facing Vince McMahon at Survivor Series for all the power. So is it only a matter of time before Shane McMahon is no longer GM of SmackDown? Or is Shane McMahon going to be in control of Raw as well? We will see come Sunday. But technically, guys, this could be Shane McMahon's last edition of SmackDown, because if he loses against his father Sunday, Shane McMahon is going to be gone for good. But if Shane can compete against Vince half as well as he is doing tonight against Bradshaw, then Shane has got a very good chance that he is going to be controlling more on SmackDown. And this match is about to get even more extreme. Shane McMahon going to the top of that ladder. This is not good for Bradshaw, but no, Bradshaw too quick. And now Shane McMahon in a very bad situation. Surely not. Bradshaw, Shane McMahon through the table. A superplex off that 15-foot high steel ladder through the table. And it looks like Vince McMahon's plan of destroying Shane McMahon before Sunday is paying off. We just saw Shane driven 15-foot down through that table. This one clearly over. Bradshaw getting the 1, 2, 3. And Vince McMahon's plan playing off perfectly. What kind of condition is Shane McMahon going to be in come Sunday? Oh, and now Vince McMahon and both members of the APA in the ring. As I said before, going to be interesting to see where exactly this APA Vince McMahon relationship goes. But Vince McMahon still chair in hand, beating the crap out of his own son. Shane, Vince, Sunday at Survivor Series. But moving on, up next, we're going to be continuing DX NWO feud. We've got Triple H taking on Kevin Nash, but hang on a minute. Oh, Shawn Michaels making his WWE return. We have not seen Shawn Michaels for over a month now, since the Bragging Rights pay-per-view when Kevin Nash chokeslammed HBK off the Hell in a Cell through that table. There were question marks whether we would ever see HBK in a wrestling ring ever again, and that question has now been answered. HBK making a huge return to tonight's edition of Friday Night SmackDown, taking the place of Triple H, who has gone backstage. So we have got HBK versus Kevin Nash, and what a great match this is going to be. And speaking of greatness, this DX NWO feud we have seen the last 2 months has been one of the best feuds we have seen in recent memory. Do not forget, coming up Sunday at Survivor Series, we have got a traditional 3-on-3 Survivor Series contest. It is going to be DX versus the NWO in a 6-man elimination match. On DX side, we have got Triple H, we have got HBK, and we have got X-Pac. They're going to be taking on Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and a third superstar, of which we currently do not know yet. But stay tuned for news on who that third member of that team is going to be coming soon. And do not forget, if you missed last week's edition of Monday Night Raw's War, Triple H costing Kevin Nash and Scott Hall the Raw Tag Team titles. Remember, the Outsiders were not only the Raw Tag Team Champions, they were the SmackDown Tag Team Champions as well. But on Raw, Triple H costing the Outsiders the Raw Tag Team titles to DX stablemates, the New Age Outlaws. So the New Age Outlaws, the brand new Raw Tag Team Champions, but still the Outsiders remain the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But in this great match, we are seeing Kevin Nash currently dominate HBK. Oh, and a big boot to the jaw of Shawn Michaels. Kevin Nash, of course, the much larger man of these two, with a hell of a history. Going to go for a second big boot. Oh, but HBK reverses it, throwing Kevin Nash halfway across the ring. Kevin Nash stumbling to his feet, but walking in to some sweet chin music by HBK into the cover. And HBK on his triumphant return with a huge victory over one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, NWO member Kevin Nash. Coming up Sunday, it is going to be 3-on-3 in a traditional Survivor Series contest, DX versus the NWO. Oh, and Kevin Nash not finished tonight. Oh, but HBK ducking it. Punch after punch, showing Kevin Nash exactly what he thinks of him. And as I said, this terrific feud is going to continue this Sunday at Survivor Series. So what a great edition of SmackDown we have seen so far tonight. We have seen Curtis Axel become the brand new #1 contender to Justin Gabriel's Intercontinental Championship. We just saw HBK make his huge return to the company, defeating Kevin Nash. And we also saw Vince McMahon's henchman, Bradshaw, defeating SmackDown General Manager Shane McMahon in an Extreme Rules match. But as I keep saying, coming up Sunday, we've got Survivor Series. Let's take a quick look at the matches you guys are going to be seeing. So, as I've already alluded to, we're going to be seeing a traditional Survivor Series matchup, 3-on-3. It is going to be DX versus the NWO. Representing DX, it is going to be HBK, Triple H and X-Pac, taking on the NWO, being represented by Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and a third member of that group to be decided very, very shortly. We are also going to be seeing Big Show versus RVD. That one is going to be for the Hardcore Championship. That match definitely not going to be one to miss. It's going to be very extreme. Another traditional Survivor Series matchup. This one over on the ECW side. It is going to be Team Jericho versus Team Mysterio, with the 4 tag team partners yet to be announced. Another great match is going to be Kurt Angle versus the NWO's Seth Rollins. As we saw on Monday's Raw, Kurt Angle issuing the challenge to Seth Rollins, wanting to become the brand new light heavyweight champion for the first time in Kurt Angle's career. And as announced during the week, Seth Rollins accepting Kurt Angle's challenge on one condition, and that condition being not only will Seth Rollins Light Heavyweight Championship be on the line, but Kurt Angle's #1 contendership to the world title will be on the line as well. So the Light Heavyweight Championship versus a world title shot, that one is going to be interesting. Another great match, again back over on the ECW side. It is going to be for the ECW Tag Team titles. This is going to be a TLC match. We're going to be seeing Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys. That match is definitely going to be extreme. And as we found out tonight, earlier on SmackDown, Curtis Axel earned the right to face Justin Gabriel for the IC title. So Curtis Axel, Justin Gabriel for the Intercontinental Championship. As we've talked about already, it is going to be Shane versus Vince, father versus son, Raw versus SmackDown, and the winning GM of that match is going to be controlling both Raw and SmackDown. One of the two Survivor Series main events. First, for the vacant World Wrestling Federation Championship, it is going to be brother versus brother, Kane versus The Undertaker. And do not forget, Vince McMahon has promised to be involved and has promised the WWE Universe The Undertaker will never be champion again. But can The Undertaker overcome the odds? We will find out Sunday. And the second main event, the SmackDown main event of the show, is going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is going to be SmackDown's own World Champion and also the Champion of Champions, the NWO's CM Punk. He is going to be facing the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. What a huge match that is going to be. Stone Cold, CM Punk for the first time on pay-per-view one-on-one ever. That is truly going to be a fantastic main event. So all those great matches plus an amazing pre-show card coming Sunday. But back to SmackDown and back to the main event. It is going to be the Hollywood Blondes, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brian Pillman versus the NWO's CM Punk and Seth Rollins. This one is going to be a no disqualification tornado tag team match, and as we can already see, this one is underway. So what a great feud we have been seeing with Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk. That feud originally starting before Bragging Rights now. Remember back at Bragging Rights in that triple threat Champion of Champions matchup, we saw CM Punk defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin and RVD to become the first ever Champion of Champions champion. But Stone Cold Steve Austin obviously not happy with how that match ended, with the NWO screwing Austin out of his championship. So as we saw last week on SmackDown, Shane McMahon as possibly Shane McMahon's last big decision on SmackDown. Shane McMahon making Stone Cold Steve Austin the brand new #1 contender to CM Punk's World Championship. So come Sunday, it is going to be CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. So what a great main event of SmackDown. This one actually decided via viewers' choices. So this one decided by you guys. As I said, this one going to be a fantastic main event. And do not forget, last week's SmackDown, we had another fantastic show. Last week's main event, we saw a debut in Ryback on SmackDown defeat the world champion CM Punk. A huge win for Ryback on SmackDown. But unfortunately for Ryback, after that match, the NWO members not taking kindly to their leader being defeated. All of the NWO members attacking Ryback severely, and Ryback, unfortunately for him, has been hospitalised, and we're not entirely sure when exactly we're going to be seeing Big Hungry on SmackDown again. But still, back to this main event, NWO versus the Hollywood Blondes and Brian Pillman, Seth Rollins outside of the ring. Brian Pillman with a head of steam taking Seth Rollins through the barricade into the crowd. And now CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin in the ring. CM Punk going for the double knees. Cannot connect. Stone Cold Steve Austin fighting back. Big clubbing blow to the back. And now CM Punk showing the outside of the ring. And you can't see it, but off camera, Seth Rollins and Brian Pillman brawling through the stage. So it looks like this tag team contest has now gone down to a one-on-one match. because both Pillman and Seth Rollins going backstage, it looks like. So we continue this match as a one-on-one affair, and this is going to be a teaser for Sunday. But come Sunday, this is not going to be just any one-on-one match. This is going to be a one-on-one match with a stipulation decided by you guys for the World Heavyweight Championship. Stone Cold going for the stunner, not to beat. CM Punk pushing him away. Oh, Stone Cold going to go for a nap, possibly. No. Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin reversing the GTS into that inverted DDT. This great main event continues. CM Punk throwing Stone Cold into the corner. Oh, vintage CM Punk. That big knee to the face into the Bulldog. And the world champion definitely in control. Torn into the crowd who are all over CM Punk. Punk on the top. Right with that big Macho Man elbow. That point of the elbow to the heart of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Wake up taunt time. Going to be looking to end this one. The second time Stone Cold reverses it into a Stone Cold Stunner. Stone Cold Stunner onto CM Punk. Stone Cold doing the right thing. Dragging CM Punk away from the ropes into the cover. And the Smackdown referee making the 3 count. Stone Cold Steve Austin has defeated CM Punk in tonight's tag team main event. Is this a sign of things to come? Are we looking at the next World Heavyweight Champion? We will find out Sunday when it's CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin with the World Championship on the line. Hope you guys have enjoyed SmackDown. I will see you all at Survivor Series.